Hi everybody! Today I'm going to be making a coconut lime soap. Now I wanted to make it white, but I wanted to have a color in it, so I added 3 greens, a yellow, and a little bit of brown. And the yellow went really orange, but now it's back to a very nice yellow, as you can see, pale yellow here. And the soap is basically white. You can see where I stirred that color on the inside. And it came out absolutely wonderful. So come along with me and we'll see how I made this beautiful coconut lime soap. Hi everybody, Cynthia here, and today I'm going to be making coconut lime cold process soap. I'm going to be making a white base with 3 greens, a yellow, and a brown. So here are my colors. I'm using Limoncello, this will focus, come on, by Creations by Fitz. It's a nice yellow. I'm using Golden Green Mica from Micas and More. I'm using this beautiful Iguana Green. I just think I love this green. Creations by Fitz. And this brown I got from Amazon some time ago. Trying to use those up. And then in addition, I'm going to be using Focus Green Vibrance from Nurture Soap. There we go. Very nice. So I have all my colors dispersed in olive oil in the containers. I have all my oils here. Olive oil, coconut oil, palm oil, shea butter, and castor oil. And we'll get started. My lye water here has some organic sugar in it. That's why it's yellow. And I'm going to be putting some sodium lactate in it, which I don't do right away. So let's do that right now. So got this big container, so I'm going to pour some off into this little cup. And I'm going to get a measuring spoon. Let's see. I just might as well show you. You see these lovely teaspoons? They're all magnetized. They're absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to get the 1 teaspoon out. And we have 3.875 pounds of oil, so I'm going to put 3 3/4 teaspoons of sodium lactate in my cooled lye. 1, 2, 3 3/4. And the rest of this sodium lactate I'm going to pour back into my container and put it away. Okay, now let's give this a little stir. This actually, it gets like this thicker consistency when you add it. I think it's just wonderful. I think it's partially why this works so well. So we'll get started and we'll get this. Let's see if you can see okay. I guess that's okay. Get our lye mixture with our organic sugar and sodium lactate into our pot. Okay. And we'll mix this up. Get our bubbles out of the ball of our stick blender. That's a little high. Now bring this to emulsification. And then I'm going to split it off. I forgot to measure out my fragrance. So let me do that. I've had a lot going on today. So in this container, I'll move this so you can see, I will tear out my scale, and we're going to be using coconut lime from Candle Science. This is absolutely spot on. Oh my gosh, it's so great. So I'll pour down this shaft so that it won't spill. Tear it out. I have cover on my my scale so I don't mess up my scale. I want 3.1 ounces, or 0.2, that works. Okay. Oh, that smells so good. And then I like to put in a tablespoon of kaolin clay in my fragrance. A nice compact tablespoon full. Yes, I like that. I think it helps. I have no basis of that except that clay is very absorbent, and if clay is very absorbent, then it's got to be doing something. So I'm thinking that it does something. So we'll let that sit and talk to each other, as it were. Put my scale away. Now my mixture here is emulsified. Shall I add my fragrance? I think I will, because I am going to live dangerously. We won't think about it much. We'll just let it go in here. Alright. We'll blend this in. Pour that in. My spatula. Scrape it out. Get all that kaolin clay in here. Reminds me of the beach. Coconut lime. I have to say, it's pretty nice. Candle Science. Most of the stuff I get from Candle Science, they say 99.9% are my best sellers. People like the best. I don't know why, but I do love it. So let's blend this in and see how this behaves. I haven't tried this before. I have no idea what I'm doing with that fragrance, so we'll see. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now let's split off into all my colors. This is the Green Vibrance. And we'll split some off in there. I'm just going to do some swirls, like per regular. Nothing super fancy. And we'll just stir that while we have it with us. I'm scraping on the bottom because all my color's on the bottom. Okay, that looks delightful. And we have this, what is it? Golden green mica from Micas and More. And we'll do some of that one. It's pretty close to that, but not the same. Then we have, let's see, we got this so you can see it. There we go. This iguana green. This is just absolutely gorgeous. Can you see that? I think it's very pretty. Okay, well, let's mix that in. A little bit of that. And we'll stir that up. Oh, it smells so good. The benefits of making soap with beautiful scents. You get to smell them all the time. Okay, we'll put this one here. And I wanted to do just a little bit of yellow. Not very much, because I just like having lots of color. So I guess that should do it. And we'll we'll stir that up. That's a pretty yellow. That's from Creations by Fitz Lemoncello. Ooh, it's morphing to orange right before our very eyes. I was wondering if it was going to morph. I haven't used this before. Yes, we have morphing. Delightful. Okay, and now this brown mica, which is just a little bit of that. And we got all our colors. Let's stir this up. That one looks like cappuccino from like what I have. Very nice. Okay, very good. And then we'll put all these aside. And this big one, we're going to do the white. So let's get that done. And I have my titanium dioxide. I just mixed it up here. So we'll put some in here. And we'll get our stick blender out again. And we will get this mixed in. Okay, and this fragrance is behaving very, very, very nice. Now this is still a little yellow, but I don't think this is going to stay yellow. So, what should we do first? Let's get our spatulas out of here. So my white's starting to thicken up, so I think what I'll do is I'll put these aside for a minute. And I'll pour this in so that we can get started with that. I don't want it to be too thick getting it in here. And we'll leave the rest. Stick blend these a little bit. So put this in the pot. And we'll start with the yellow, which is orange. Pouring on pie. Can you see? No, you can't see. Let's see. Okay, you guys, move over, Clover. Everybody's got to see all this. Let's move you up just a titch. There, and then I'll move this over so you can see the whole pour. We're still pretty fluid and everything. I'm going to go about 12 inches high, go up high. I'm just going to pour all the color in and have a little for on top. And this iguana green is just beautiful. And the green, golden green from Micas and More. That's pretty nice. And the iguana green, no, this is Green Vibrance, which has turned colors, which will turn back. So that'll be nice. And last but not least, our brown. And then we'll do a little swirl inside. And since these colors are pretty thick, it should be great. And I like to use my golden stick here, my little glass rod. And we'll just do a little mix. And that's it. Don't want to overdo it. Okay, now we have all these beautiful colors left. And we're going to put them on top. Okay, hi everybody. We're back and we are going to cut the coconut lime soap. And it came out beautiful. I like it a lot. And you can see where we stirred the color on the inside. And that yellow, which went really orange, came out to a nice yellow. Okay, well, let's get started. Make sure you can see good. Better lighting. And get a nice sample on the end. Alright. So let's see what we've got. Beautiful. Coconut lime. It smells yummy. Almost like you could eat it, but no, don't.